In this video, we're going to go over the content editor and look at some advanced settings that you can use to create, publish, and edit content on your site. Here, we're going to start with a blog post. Just know that anywhere you have content on your site, you could use the content editor to do the same thing. I am going to create a new post. From here, I'm going to give this post a title, Sample Blog Post Number 2. Next, I'm going to click right here, and then we are going to start building out sections. What's really cool is this / gives you access to everything you're going to need while you are creating a blog post. In this case, I'm going to start with an image, and then I will add an image from my library, just like that. And then below, down here, I'm going to press enter just a few times to give myself a little bit more space. Then here, I'm going to add in some lorem ipsum. And in this case, I'm going to change it from paragraph to heading 5. Next, I'm going to add in a block quote. And from here, type in a quote, cut it down just a bit and add that in. And then I just realized, actually, I want this section to be right above. So I'll drop that there, and then this will fall beneath. From there, I could add in an actual section. Now, for sections, users don't see that this is a section, but it makes it really useful for you if you want to combine content together to make it really easy to drag and reorganize on the page. So in this case, I'm going to have 4 major sections here on this blog post. And so I'm going to build out the first one with a section and make it really easy. If I decide to reorganize it, I can. The first thing I'm going to have is a header. So I'll type in header 2. I'll highlight this. And then I will change this to heading 2. And then below that, I'll type in some lorem ipsum, add that in. And then from here, I also actually want to add an image in right in between. So I'll do / image. Again, adding in an image from my library. Now I have this section built with this here, which is great. If I need to reorganize it, I can. Now I have just developed these 5 sections, but I do need to add a few more elements. Here at the bottom, I'm going to embed a form. So I am going to add an embed code. And here I'm going to edit the code. And so I have a form that I want to paste in here. So I'll just drop that code in there. And then I will just leave that there. Next, I'm going to embed a video. And what is really cool is if you just copy a YouTube link and you paste it in, you'll see it show up right away. Now, let's say we want to create anchor links so that someone who's seeing a long post can quickly skim almost a table of contents, for example, and select point number 3 or point number 4, go there directly by just clicking on that detail. In this case, we're going to go to header 4, and what I'll do here is you'll see this little anchor. I'll click on that. It'll copy that link for me. I'll go to the top of the post in this section here, and then I'll add in some content. Let's just say I was writing, make sure to check out section 4, I believe it was. And in this case, I will just highlight this, and then I will click on the chain link here, and then paste that in, which is that code right there, and click save. And now we are good to go. So if someone clicks on that, it'll take them down to that section. We'll preview that in a moment here. But before we do that, I do want to highlight a few things on this page that are really useful and nice. So as you're going through the page, at the very bottom, when you scroll, you'll see the word count. So that could be useful while you're going through, figuring out how much content you have. From there, up here, you have your navigation of all the key elements to edit your content. You can click on the 3 dots here. That will hide it. And if you click on it again, it'll bring it back. Here, you can click on the side menu to see the settings for this specific blog post, the URL, an excerpt, featured image, and more details like that. But once you're ready, you can click publish. Once you do that, you'll also get this eyeball, which you could preview the post. So I'll click on that, and then we'll see a live preview of this post, which looks great. Now let's take a look at the anchor link. If I click here on section 4, it'll take me directly there, which is awesome. And let's say you want to add an anchor link somewhere else within your content. It's really easy to do that. With a section, you can click here on the anchor, or if you have a heading, you can highlight the heading and click on the anchor there, and that will copy the link for you. Now, the final thing I want to show you is the power of AI that is built into Podcast Page. I am going to start a new blog post that will help us to generate new content. So I'll click here into this section, I'll hit / and I could just start to type Write with AI. Alternatively, I can also click on Write with AI here and I'll get the same feature. So in this case, I gave it some preferences and ideas of what to write about, and we'll let the AI generate the content. And as you can see here, it has designed a blog post for me. The hash signs, if you aren't familiar with this, are related to headings. So 1 means heading 1, 2 means heading 2, and 3 means heading 3. But in this case, I'd be able to copy this and then paste this in the title here for the blog post title. And then I would get rid of this because I wouldn't need it there. And just like that, I can start to format the content accordingly. So this here, I will change to heading 2. And just like that, you can start to develop a blog post relatively easy and make adjustments quickly. And I'll add in an image here, add from library, pull that image. And just like that, we are generating a blog post really quickly here. I need to do a bit more editing, but as you can see here, we're already starting to generate a blog post for our website within a few moments.